so this is a mount escape that I discovered. It's pretty similar to your basic frame on the hip and shrimp mount escape. Okay, so what we talk about here is your classic. This dude's a mount. The kind of mount I'm addressing is kind of this middle mount, this postured mount. You know, you might see MMA or something like that. Right, from right here, right. And the classic response to this is to, bridge, get onto your side, right, and frame on the hip, right here, right. Framing on the hip, and then a lot of times you're gonna see things like, just basic shrimping escapes from right there, right. You're also gonna see from here stuff like framing on the hip. If I can trap an ankle, from right here. So if I can step over an ankle and scrape it, right, get to a quarter guard or a 3/4 mount, and then come up from here and get to a half guard, right? That's your basic stuff. And then of course, classically from mount, you have the sort of classic Upa bridge roll mount escape where he's up here, right? And I'm bridging to get him to post on the mat, right? And then collecting an arm, however you like to do it. I'll do it like this, right? And then hitting the bridge. Okay, so those are sort of the classic options from that position. We're talking about low mount, where he's down here, either at grapevines in or he's just like crossing his ankles here, one of these options. I find this a little easier to escape actually, even though it's a little bit heavier because his legs are more available. All I gotta do is clear my legs, right? And then I have legs to grab back here and scrape and get to my half guard. Okay, so I actually find the middle mount a little bit peskier. It's not as heavy, but it's a little peskier to escape, right? Especially when they're pinching tight right here, there's no space, right? And they got their elbows in, right? They got short little ankles, I can't scrape the ankles, right? Every time I try to shrimp, they're following me. And you see this a lot, white belts, day one, teach them the shrimp escape, and they're here going, coach, right? So, what do you do from here? I can't get an arm for a bridge and roll. I can't get an ankle for a scrape, right? And I can't shrimp off the hips. So this is the option I came up with. And it kind of pestered me because I relate to turtle, and you can't really turtle from bottom of the arm. So you have the hooks right. You can't turtle safely. So I think here. So the option starts off the same as you would if you were going to frame on the hip, right? I'm bridging or shrimping, or doing whatever I need to do to get on my side, right? I'm on my side, right, but I'm keeping this arm in tight. I don't want to get this arm up for an arm bar. I don't want to give him arm triangle. I don't want to give him back control, right? So as long as I keep this arm tight, I'm going to be safe, kind of turning my back right here, right? And instead of posting on the hip, I'm going to get my elbow down here on the knee. And ideally, if I can get kind of two frames, two forearms, two elbows down here on the knee, that's going to be ideal, okay? Now, from right here, what I'm going to do is instead of shrimping straight out, right, I'm going to kind of shrimp sideways, right? I'm going to back my ass up into his leg and spread his legs apart, jaws of lifestyle. So I'm right here, I get my elbow sunk, right? And then I begin shrimping, right? And you can see right here, it's making him do the splits, opening his legs up, okay? And then once I have enough space, I can even double post with my hands on the knee and open them up even wider. Okay, so probably wants to dismount, right? But once I get this open, I can go whichever way I want. I can just simply bring the knee back in for a regard, right here, escape to guard, right? I can do kind of the same thing, right? But sort of bringing this leg over, right? And going into a leg entanglement, right there, right? Or, this is my personal favorite from right here, is I can just take my hands, right? And scoop them underneath, right here, here, and then I'm coming out the back door. Right here, right, and out, if not, getting reversed. Okay? Right here, using this middle mount. And this will work from the high mount too, because again, when they work up to the high mount, they're generally postured. They're looking to pull arms for arm bars and set triangles, right? So all I gotta do if it's from the high mount is just schlock a little bit, right? Just schlock. Just get my shoulders free, right? Get my shoulders free, right? And make it so that I can get this elbow down there, right? So I'm right here, get my shoulders free behind out, right? I'm getting my elbow wedged, turning on my side, right here, protecting that top arm at all costs, right? Framing on the knee, not the hip, right? And then I'm backing my butt up into his leg, making him do the splits. Right here, I was saying, I like this because it makes a lot more sense to me if he's in a higher position to just take this little piece, this little head and arm out, right? As opposed to trying to get all my legs and my lower body back this way, right? There's less to clear here. So I just boop, boop. Okay, so that's a little mount escape I discovered. It's kind of inspired by working K-guard, kind of the same idea. I had trouble with guys who would posture up in my guard right here. I was trying to play closed guard, and guys would just posture up. No, go back to your knees. Just posture up on your knees, yeah. Right here, right? And they're out of range. So I ended up realizing I could take advantage of this little space down here, right? Hook the leg, right? And start working stuff off K-guard, right? Bam, bam, bam. Leg edge. It all revolves around this space right here, okay? So I just kind of applied the same idea. Attack that space where his legs are. Usually we think that we don't want to do anything with that, right? And you do want to be careful here. Because if we're right here, right, and we're getting off to the side, right, and we're trying to split his legs, and if we take this bottom arm and sink it in first, try to come back like this, we're gonna get triangle. You can swing his leg around, right? Yeah. And first we're triangle. So that's no good. Right? So we need to go both at the same time, or top arm. If we go top arm, we're safe. There's no triangle here. Right? Ideally, we want to go back that ass up, split his legs, clear space, double under right here, and then shoot out the back.